trigonometric equations can also be solved in degrees. So we're going to solve this final multiple angle problem in degrees, and we're going to do it on the interval from 0 to 360. 2 times the sine of 3x equals 1. We want to solve for 3x. So first of all, let's divide by 2 and get the sine of 3x equals 1/2. Thinking back to our special triangles, sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse, which means this third side would be the square root of 3. And that matches up with a reference angle of 30 degrees. Now, sine is positive in quadrant 1, which would give us 30 degrees, and in quadrant 2, a reference angle of 30 degrees in quadrant 2 would be 180 minus 30, which would give us 150 degrees. So 3x is going to be equal to 30 degrees and 150 degrees. But we're going to lose part of our solutions if we don't go back and think about this. If x is falling somewhere between 0 and 360 degrees, then 3x is going to be falling somewhere between 0 and 360 times 3, which is 1,080 degrees. Which essentially means that when we're finding these values for sine that are equal to 1/2, we're going to need to go around our unit circle 1, 2, 3 times in order to come up with all the solutions. So not only are the answers going to be 30 and 150, but if I went around the circle the second time, 30 plus 360 would be 390, and 150 plus 360 would be equal to 510. Then if I go around the circle another time, 390 plus 360 would be equal to 750 degrees, and 510 plus 360 would be equal to 870 degrees. So those are all values that would work for 3x. So we want our final answer to be just x. So we're going to go back to each one of these and divide by 3 to get what the value for x is. So if we take 30 and divide by 3, we're going to get 10 degrees. If we take 150 and divide by 3, we're going to get 50 degrees. If we take 390 and divide by 3, we're going to get 130 degrees. 510 divided by 3 is 170 degrees. 750 divided by 3 is 250 degrees. And 870 divided by 3 is 290 degrees. Now notice how these last 4 answers that we got are still between 0 and 360, so they needed to be included in our solution. But we wouldn't have done that, had those, if we hadn't thought about 3x means we're going around 3 times. So after we found our first 2 answers, we had to add 360 to get the next set, and then add 360 again to get the third set, so that we would have all the solutions that we could then divide by 3 to get our final answers.